Like either my mom's going to, and I'm not going to be in the room and I'm going to feel the guilt of that for the rest of my life. Or I'm going to be there and see this image of my mom and that I will never get out of my head. So like what I do.
I mean, I was in such shock. I have to say, I was not expecting it at all. And,
making headlines once again after some bizarre footage from the late 90s resurfaced. All right, buckle up for this one. Demi Moore's daughter has just thrown her mother under the bus, calling her out as the biggest creep in Hollywood. And trust me, the tea she's spilling is absolutely wild. Is this just another family drama? Or is Demi hiding some dark skeletons in her Hollywood closet? Let's break it down. But hold up, this isn't the first time the Willis girls have opened up about how their mom's deep secrets have shaped their lives. It's enough to make everyone ask, what else is Demi hiding? Could it be worse than whatever secrets Diddy kept buried until his arrest? Let's dig into the details. So, on Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk, rumor has it Tallulah Willis didn't hold back. She bravely revealed the struggles of their anxiety-ridden childhood, shedding light on their mom's influence on their lives. But here's the kicker. Demi and Ashton co-founded Thorn Digital Defenders of Children, dedicated to helping kids who have been trafficked or exploited. It would make sense if she started this alone, given her own past, but with Ashton involved. That raises some serious questions. We've heard about some shady stuff Ashton has been involved in, especially with Diddy. Take the MTV Awards afterparty. Ashton and Diddy allegedly invited 13-year-old Davy Chase. While we can't confirm if she attended, what we do know is that her Hollywood career took a nosedive after that night. People are now pointing fingers at Ashton and Diddy for her disappearance from the industry. And now, both Ashton and Demi are running a child trafficking organization, helping the very kids they might have exposed to dangerous situations. Everyone's wondering if Demi is aware of what's really going on behind the scenes. Let's take a deeper look at Demi Moore. Her life isn't as perfect as it appears. Beyond the Hollywood fame, she's been battling anxiety and addiction for years, and her story is far more complex than anyone imagined. In an interview on Red Table Talk, Demi revealed that her addiction wasn't just to substances, but also to Ashton. She also explained that after 20 years of sobriety, she relapsed during a vacation with Ashton, revealing that her desire to be the perfect girl for him triggered her alcohol addiction. But that's not all. Demi went on to spill the beans about Ashton's dysfunction, revealing that he pushed her into a situation where she had to have, in her words, a demise. She said, "I put him first."
Do you believe she sold you?
I think in my deep heart, no. I don't think it was a straightforward transaction, but she still did give him the access and put me in harm's way.
So, when he expressed his fantasy of bringing a third person into our bed, I didn't say no. I wanted to show him how great and fun I could be. In her memoir Inside Out, Demi opened up about her own dark past, detailing her mother's multiple suicide attempts, which led to Demi's struggles with addiction, anxiety, eating disorders, insomnia, and PTSD. And, you know the saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? Well, that was definitely the case for Demi and her daughters. Their lives were also deeply affected by her addictions and mental health battles. Yeah, you heard that right. It's like Demi was warning everyone. Addiction runs deep in her family. "Addiction is in the history of my family," she said, giving a chilling insight into her legacy. And let's not forget about her daughter, Rumor. During their Red Table Talk interview, Rumor confessed how her mother's poor self-image damaged her own self-esteem. No matter what she did to change her appearance, she still felt unloved. And growing up as a celebrity kid, she was constantly bullied by gossip magazines over her looks. Rumor dropped another bombshell about her mom, revealing how strange it was when Demi started dating Ashton in 2003. During her interview with Howard Stern, she admitted that Ashton was her childhood crush, so much so that she had his pictures all over her room. When her mom got married to Ashton, Rumor felt totally betrayed, even at a young age. She said, I never opened up to my mom about how I felt seeing her married to Ashton, but she did talk about it with her sister. I was like, man, alright, well, that's Ashton. I gotta cross him off the list. I wanted him. Rumor was deeply hurt watching her mom get involved with the guy she secretly fantasized about, though she'd never admit it out loud. It was clear that Demi's love life clashed with Rumor's hidden feelings. Even though Rumor and Ashton became cool friends, talking about almost everything, including her relationships, she still removed his pictures from her wall. It was almost like she needed to consciously remind herself that he was now her stepdad. But here's the kicker. Rumor still gave props to her 40-year-old mom for snagging a 25-year-old. Whatever Demi did, she was clearly killing it. And in case you think Rumor's childhood feelings for Ashton were over after his marriage to Demi, you'd be wrong. She stayed in touch with him even after he married Mila Kunis and had their first child. Rumor reconnected with her stepdad after that, despite everything. But it wasn't just Rumor who was affected by her mom's traumatic past. Chala also had her own struggles, and Demi's so-called strength ended up creating distance between them. During the Red Table talk, Chala opened up about how her mom's issues affected their relationship. Chala revealed she started drinking at 14, and by the time she was 15, she was drinking 3 bottles a day and even taking Rumor's medication. Eventually, Rumor had to kick her out of her home. By the age of 15, Chala almost died from alcohol poisoning. After some time, her dad, Bruce Willis, had her moved to the Beverly Hills Hotel, but it didn't solve much. Her addiction only worsened. Then, Chala dropped a huge bombshell. On the day her dad welcomed his daughter with his second wife, Emma Heming, Chala had taken codeine and cocaine, and her sister Scout couldn't wake her up because she had passed out. It was a tragedy, but the estranged daughters and their mom reunited. Chala had to move in with Demi after 3 years apart. In that reunion, Chala admitted she had to seek professional help for her addiction. She knew she needed to take care of herself. Beyond my addictions, I was also struggling with depression, she said. She felt so disconnected from herself that she described it as living in a cardboard replica of what life should be. Interestingly, Rumor mentioned that this was the first time in years that the 5 of them, Bruce, Demi, and their 3 daughters, had been together after such a long time apart. After all the pain, it seemed like the family was coming together to help Chala. Chala's struggles had finally brought them all back. In the end, Demi admitted during the Red Table talk that she didn't treat her mom well. My mom was selling stories about me and my daughters to tabloids, she revealed. Demi realized that distancing herself from her mother had caused her to lose her humanity and compassion. She made peace with her mom before she passed, hoping her daughters would eventually cut her some slack and show her compassion one day. So, what do you think about Rumor and Chala spilling the beans on Red Table Talk with Jada? Do you think they're still holding grudges against their mom for being such a creep? And what about Rumor, who once had a crush on Ashton? Do you think she still harbors those feelings?